but I also really like talking about this. We should probably edit out this really weird part where
I
keep
kind
saying
of
I don't know
liked
what
it.
to do.
I don't know, I kind of like the in-between scenes. I mean, unless you like really want me to,
No, I don't mind. It's just like I don't know. Is it like weird? I keep saying that I don't know. It might not add anything.
I don't know. Oh, also, like you talking about like the expanding the normalcy with
Yeah.
I want to call him Ben. He's not named Ben. What's his name?
Chris Omer?
Chris. I don't know why I wanted to call him Ben. Chris with that, and because I think I never liked the word normal because I always felt like excluded when people use it, and
I feel the same.
yeah, and then like me rebelling and it's like I also don't like being included with some stuff. So it's like when people do call me normal, it's like it just doesn't feel right, and it's like if you know me, you wouldn't use that word. So it's like I always had like this. Yeah.
If I may quote a Tom Rosenthal song really
Ooh.
quick, he
Yeah.
says, "The normal ones are the ones we don't know very well."
Aw, I like that.
Yeah, I like that too.
That and with Chris makes me feel more okay with the word normal because a lot of people I think I was a fan of Phil Lester. He's a YouTuber. I don't watch him anymore, but he said something about like being normal is boring or something like that, and like Misha once said that he wants like live in a world where normal is an insult. So like I had that mental perspective on the word normal that it just wasn't good. But like hearing that and expanding normalcy and like people that we say that are normal are just people we haven't gotten close to yet. I don't know, it makes me more acceptable to being okay with like the word normal. Is that? I mean, I don't think I would want to be called normal yet, but like, I think a lot of times, like in my life, I would reject doing normal things because I didn't want to be associated with the word. But now I'm like okay with being associated with it. Sorta, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm more okay.
I have a weird relationship with it because sometimes I'm like I don't care, but
Yeah.
sometimes I really do want to be normal because growing up in like special ed classes and stuff, like it's in the title of it. You're not in the mainstream,
I
and
never thought about it like that. I've been into skills and special ed. Huh. Sorry.
you have or you haven't.
No, I have. I've been in skills. And we call it skills. Special ed.
Yeah, so I was in, depending on how old I was either, so there was what they call learning skills, which I don't know if that's quite the same as your skills because it's not, I think you said skills was about like homework or something?
Yeah. With mine, it was like more helping you because I wasn't at school a lot, so I had to catch up a lot. And so I used
Oops,
that.
sorry, I was just making noise. Sorry,
Oh,
I need to be
no,
quiet.
you're good. So, yeah.
Yeah, so there was a class and and when I was little, I also had to go to occupational therapy, which I didn't dislike. But as I've gotten older, I realized how unnormal it is. Like when I say OT, sometimes people are like, "What's that?" It's like, "Oh yeah, it's occupational therapy. It's for people kids who need help with something that the other kids don't." So I go back and forth between not wanting to be normal, no, not wanting to be normal, not caring about it, to like, yeah, I do want to be normal. But so I really like the Tom Rosenthal quote, the Chris Ulmer quote, because it's like I shouldn't. No, I was about to say a word that's not a word. Importanticize normalcy. I should just exist without caring about that.
Yeah, I like that.
And a lot of people, Chris Ulmer interviews a lot of people who are neurodivergent, and a lot of them say the same thing. They just want to be normal. And he often says, like, you're not, but that's a good thing. You can be extraordinary or interesting, or not interesting is not the right word. Yeah, you don't have to strive to be normal, I guess is what I'm saying. But I know that's a common thing with neurodivergency, is we just really, really want to be like everybody else, but nobody is like everybody else.
Yeah, I like that.
We just think that other people are because we don't know them very well.
Yeah.
We got really distracted from what we were talking about.
No, that's good. I like this talking.
I do too.
Do you think, like, occupational, is that therapy?
Yeah.
Would classes go under, like, vocal classes go under that? Because I remember in elementary school, I would used to be taken out of class and just work on speech. Does that
Oh.
And, like, there was also,
I don't actually know.
Okay.
I would think maybe. Let me Google that.
Okay. There was also a teacher. I used to be taken out of classes a lot for different things, but I would never know, like, the name of the teacher. I mean, I would recognize them, but I don't even know, like, their classes either. This was, like, back in, like...
According to four sources, speech therapy is a kind of occupational therapy.
Okay. So I did that, and I was so scared of the teacher because, I liked her, and then one class, I'd, like, cleared my throat, and then she banged on the table, and she's like, every time you clear your throat, that's what happens to your vocal cords. And that scared the crap out of me.
Yeah.
And because she yelled at me. And
Yeah.
now, which is interesting because, like, I'm okay with people, like, banging on the tables. I mean, Osric does that when he gets excited, and it's really cute. Like, he'll get, like, hyped up for something, and then he bangs, and then everyone else jump scares that's, like, not used to it or aware. During his meet and greet. He's done it a few times. It was kind of funny. Like, I'm okay with, like, that exciting loud noises, but I'm not okay with, like, aggressive loud noises. Or, like, it impacts me more. But not in a good way. But I have also, like, taken classes, like, where it's like the yoga ball. Like, you throw the yoga ball back and forth and try to be balanced. And, like, sit on it.
Physical therapy?
Yeah. I guess I was, like, really weak back then. I mean, makes sense.
Oh, no, that might count as occupational therapy, because I know my hand and arm muscles were weak and weird. Like, I couldn't brush my hair all the way because my arm would get too tired, and I know that's one of the reasons I went to occupational therapy. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly what does and doesn't count as occupational therapy, except for the stuff that I did.
Okay. No, yeah, that makes sense. I have no clue. I've never heard of the term occupation therapy, but, like, when you started explaining it, I'm like, oh, that might have been the classes that I never knew what the heck the classes were. I mean, it wouldn't be, like, for a long time. I'll be like, it's like, throw the ball back and forth, and, like, just stand on the balance scale thing. And, like, I don't know, it's weird. I always get excited because it's like, I don't want to be in class. You know? And it was more like one-on-one, and I'm definitely a person more on one-on-one than, like, 1 in 28, you know? So yeah. That's all I have for that conversation. I can think of at the moment. Do you have more? Or should I just go back talking to you about...
Yeah, you can say you can talk more about,
Should I just
yeah,
read
your
my
notes
note?
for him. Maybe, okay, let's see. I can do my short one, you can do the rest of your notes. I can do one of my long ones, you can do your last one that's quicker, and then I can do my last one?
Okay. Yeah.
Is that a good way to do it?
Sure. I mean, we can
Or
do
do you
it
want to
however.
finish talking about him first?
No, you can talk first, because I...
Okay, I'll be quick with it. My
Take
quick
your time.
one is, it's called, the YouTube channel is Pursuit of Wonder, and I haven't seen too many of the videos. I'm sure the other ones are good too, but the one that really stands out to me is called Every Person is One Choice Away from Everything Changing. And I'm so bad at reading quotes and trying to sound normal. I'll try and sound as normal as I can while reading this.
You sound good.
Oh.
I mean, I don't...
Spoilers for the video. It's 20 minutes long. It's on YouTube. Everything's on YouTube. Yeah, so you might want to go watch that first. But we've been talking a really long time and saying that about a bunch of things. So, spoiler warning.
It's a special episode.
Special episode. It's... I just forgot the plot for a second. Oh, okay, so it's a fictional story of a man who has always wanted to move to Australia. He's been living in wherever he was living. He suddenly gets the chance to move with his best friend and his best friend's wife to Australia. He wants to go because it's his dream. He wants to go with his best friend, but he would have to leave his family, his friends, and his girlfriend. He asks people their opinions. He gets different answers. He goes out for a walk in the middle of the night. He starts to fall asleep. When he wakes up, there's an old man. He tells the old man the situation. The old man says, "What if you just ask me to choose for you? It'll be like flipping a coin, except I actually have some insight into the situation." So then the rest of the video is showing what happens, whether the old man says stay or go. And then in the end, it loops back to the start kind of, and has the old man asking again. And this time he says, I'm going to sound so awkward reading it, maybe some decisions are hard because there's a better option. Oops, I wrote it wrong. Please hold.
You're good.
Okay. Maybe some decisions aren't hard because there's a better option, but because there isn't one. This whole time I've been worried about regretting my choice by choosing the wrong thing, as if I could even know what I'm regretting. Regret would mean there's a right choice and I made the wrong one. The only thing I can know is that on the other side of the decision, I'll be there. And if I'm there, no matter what path I go, there will always be something to love and there will always be something to dread. And the only thing to regret would be not making the decision for myself. So I know that I get really worried about making the right decision, and on the other side of the decision, I do spend a lot of time saying, like, is this better? This isn't better, is it? I like what's happening now. I'm not unhappy, but the other thing would be better, but I can't ever see both sides. What happened happened. And so I just really like that quote, because sometimes there's just choices, not a wrong choice. Sometimes there's a right choice and a wrong choice. Sometimes it's just a choice, and if you were there, you would be having these same questioning feelings on that choice either. So if there are good things that happened since then, if there are good things that are happening, I don't want to compare and say the other thing would be better because this thing is good too. So it helps me to stop from, or inspires me to spend more time not thinking about whether I got something right or wrong. Instead, just, I'm talking too long. I might need to try and edit this shorter.
I like this.
Yeah, it helps me think that like if the only thing to regret would be not making the decision for myself. Like I spend a lot of time wondering, would I be happier with the major I have now, or if I had stayed on my original one, or would I be happier if I picked something else? I have made 3 wonderful friends at the school I'm at. I have learned a new language. Um, there are things to regret about having switched schools, but there are things that are really wonderful that come from changing schools. It's not, even if I don't get the job that I'm going for, it was not a waste to switch schools because I learned a new language. That's not something I really would have thought myself able to do, and I made friends. So there's always going to be something to regret, and there's always going to be something to be. I'm trying to look back into the exact actual wording. Oh yeah, there'll always be something to love and something to dread. So yeah, so I don't actually know the name of the person who makes Pursuit of Wonder, but Mr. Pursuit of Wonder, if you're ever watching this, thank you for helping me see my life in a new way. I like the other videos of yours that you've made too. I haven't seen very many of them, but that one really stood out to me and helped me a lot. So thank you. Okay, you can go back to talking about whatever else you have to say about Osric.
I know I really like that. It's I like. I don't. It is interesting looking back and like seeing decisions and regrets and stuff. I don't. It's weird because like I don't think like that. But there have been like, I wouldn't say like actual decisions, but like uh there has been like a decision in the past that for potential decision making. I mean, again, nothing like actually came up, but my friend or an old friend told me like this could be an option for you, you know? And I don't want to like talk about what exactly it is, but and I don't usually have options because I'm usually just like, oh, okay, if I want to do it, I'll do it, you know? Like, I'll create the option, the curse for me. So that's just how I live my life. I know it's really different from others. But like when this came up, it's like, would I want to go that way? You know? Like I actually had to like think about it. And like one way that like really helped me think about it was like daydreaming. And like let's say it was like two people, you know? And like and well it kind of was two people. But I don't know how to explain this, but it's like person A, like I kind of just like why not get into like an somewhat unrealistic daydream because it's a daydream, you know. So it's like if I pick person A, I could have like make amazing, incredible movies and like have fun and be with them and like that person and like it was like a really fun daydream and it's like it was fun and oh sorry fire engine went by.
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah, that I don't know what. Hopefully that's okay. Whoever needed that. But like so like this daydream is like amazing daydream. Everything I want, whatever. Like you know, like it's peaceful. You don't have to like work. It's just like everything's there for you. You know, or not everything, but like it's it's nice. I don't know how to explain it without like saying what it is. And then like person B, it's like I could make this. I could go after them and like have fun with them and hang out, but like some movies might not be as very good, or like it'll be more like a low budget indie movie, and it's like not theoretical or like, you know, I mean, I'm not saying like person A would actually be able to do that, but like it wouldn't be like glamorous, or if that makes sense, or like,
That makes sense.
I don't know. And like comparing like Daydream A and Daydream B, you would think like, oh, Daydream A, obviously that has everything in it, but like I was sad and it felt lonely in the daydream when I was daydreaming it. Like it was fun daydreaming it, but afterwards it's like it was sad. Not because like I can't do it. It's just like I don't think that person individually would bring me that and happiness that person B would, if that makes sense. Even if we didn't have everything.
That's a really interesting way of doing it. I have not thought about the daydream method, like just imagining the best case scenario for both, I guess. I like that. I haven't ever thought of that. For me, it's often I am already on the other side of the decision, and I start wondering, or other people's decisions that have affected me. I'm like, well, if they didn't do that, would I be happier? But like, no matter what happens, there's something that's good and there's something that's bad. And maybe there is one outcome that's better than the other. And I'm never going to know the other one, so I might as well just appreciate the good stuff that's here.
Yeah.
Because even if there was something that could have been better, that doesn't cancel out how many good things could have come here. And like, making an accomplishment is an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Getting a job I want would be maybe a bigger accomplishment, but just learning a new language, that's not something I ever saw myself doing until I found myself saying to my parents, like, hey, I think I want to change majors. Like, I don't know. I didn't really think about that before that moment, but then I did, and a lot of stuff has happened from that, good and bad. Yeah, there are a lot of good things that came from me switching majors. So I don't think that's okay. Talking about this in therapy too, like my therapist really helped me with this too. Like, even if things don't work out exactly how you want, doesn't mean you have to regret the whole thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all I have to say about that. You can do your next stuff for Osric.
Should I just read?
Sure.
Sorry, I have my finger in my mouth. I sometimes like to put my finger, like, I don't know how to explain it, but like my fingernail, I have like teeth, my like front teeth between my fingernail, and just rested. You didn't need to know that info. But I'm gonna just read what I have written.
Yeah, you can read what you have, and if there's something else you want to add, you can add it. And yeah, just read it if you want to.
So this is the rest of my notes because I've been deleting it after I talked about it. He's weird and he shares that with people, and it's amazing. Made me realize it's okay to admit you feel pain, because I was Kristen's protector. Like, for most of my life, I had to show her, or I felt like I had to show her I wasn't broken so she could have someone to lean on, because she struggled with a lot of things in her life, and like she had a lot of pressure, she had a lot of like expectations from her parents. People bullied her because she was different. So like with that, I just wanted to help her as much as I could, and I know now, like, I could have showed her. Well, actually, I don't know, because she also took victims, so I don't know if I could have shown her. But, like, back then, I thought that you had to be strong for someone to make them feel okay to be vulnerable. But that's not true now. Like I know that's not true. You can be vulnerable, and they can be vulnerable. And you just sometimes just have to be there for each other, you know? And like there have been moments that she's cried a lot in front of me, and I just kind of like sit there awkwardly, but like and not know exactly what to say. Like versus like messaging her online, I'm more like able to say what I think in my head properly than like saying it out loud. But like just being there for her really helped her, or at least I think it helped her. And I will say, like, we were in high school and I was venting about something, and she's like, at the end of the friendship and stuff, she took victim like stuff. So every time I like tried to like vent, she was like, "Well, at least you're not XYZ, you know, or like you don't have XYZ." And one time she literally said like, "Well, at least you don't have anxiety problems like me." And I just kind of like, it was on Wizards 101, and I was like just kind of like, but I do. And I told her that, and I think she honestly thought that all the times that I was like out sick was because of medical problems. Well, I mean, is anxiety a medical problem, or is that just a mental illness?
That I don't know if it's counted as officially.
Okay. She thought it was like a heart
No,
condition
it's like
thing.
a serious thing.
Yeah.
Let me just Google. I guess depends how you want to define medical.
Okay.
I'm going to Google it though.
I think
the official answer.
Okay. I think she just thought I was sick because of my heart problems stuff. That's why I was absent all those days and tardy, like ever. It was like probably 1 or 2 days I actually was on time. Depending on the grade, obviously. But like, I was rarely on time. So she had no clue about that. And like, with me, the most important thing in a friendship is vulnerability, because you can be loyal to someone, but not even know them. And I realized that a lot of my friends in the past didn't know me because I either just, they either couldn't read me correctly, or I just wasn't vulnerable, or, you know? So.
Yeah.
So he also made me more comfortable for being like, oh, okay, it's okay to be different. It's okay to be that, even though like my best friend at the time is like, no, don't dance in the shopping market. Why are you dancing? I'm like, I want to dance. Like it's a commercial. It's not even music. And it's like, well, I'm like to dance without music, and I still dance without music.
I like to dance without music.
It's fun.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I remember doing that a lot in middle school.
Like, she was okay with me being weird in private, but once, like, I'm in the open with other people, she's like, no, people are watching, you know? And it's like, that really affected me, not in a good way. And I don't think I realized that until it's like, oh, this person is being weird in the open, you know? Or being okay with that. And, like, just being himself, or just sharing that part of himself. And it's like, I'm sure there's, like, other parts of Osric that it's private, but like the parts that he has shared, it's like made me more comfortable. Oh, that story. Should I say that? Yeah. So
I don't know. I don't know what you're gonna say. I can't answer that question.
Okay. There's this one video. So I'm not necessarily a person that's like afraid of like talking about periods. I'm cool. I've gotten to this point that like I don't.
Oh, should we put like a timestamp on this screen to where they can skip to if they're not comfortable?
We're talking about periods?
Yeah,
I think that should be normalized.
That's true, but you never know what kind of things my person has problems with. I agree with you though. If you're extremely adverse to hearing about periods, just skip ahead a few seconds at a time until I stop talking about it, I guess.
Yeah, that's valid if you're gross. But like, I don't know, I think this is important because like, I
Yeah,
used
it
to
is.
be,
I agree.
I have, like, a weird relationship with periods. I got it late, and I had it every day. My body is really weird and unique, and, like, it wasn't heavy at all. It was, like, less than what the average period would be. And then, like, every month I would have her heavier, but not a heavy one. But I literally had it, like, every day. And we went to the doctors, and the doctor's like, oh, just write down every time you have it. And your body's unique, so we're aware of that. But, like, I had it every day, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna write it down every day. I don't need to do it. It's every day, you know? And then I had my 5th open heart surgery, and it went away completely for, like, a good year. And I'm like, well, I don't have it anymore. It's just, I'm a virgin, so I'm not pregnant. And, so they're like, well, your body is unique, and you're different. So just write it down whenever you have it. And I'm like, well, I can't really write it down if I don't have it, you know? So eventually, within a year or so, it came back, regulated it out, but, like, it was really heavier than, and cramps. Like, I never really had, like, really bad cramps or sore cramps. Maybe I was just, like, used to it being every day. So, like, I got used to that. I don't know. But, like, after that, it was like, I was really embarrassed about, I still, like, I will say, like, I was embarrassed in high school because I got in high school. Like, sometimes it would bleed through, like, a few bits. But, like, it's weird being an adult and, like, you shouldn't be embarrassed. You shouldn't be ashamed about periods. You shouldn't be embarrassed or ashamed about boners because that just happens too. I didn't even knew that was a thing until I was, like, in my 20s. Or 18 maybe, I don't know. Because they separate you and you never learn about, like, the male body. Which I think they should teach everyone. Like,
Yeah, you're right. I never really thought about that, but you're right.
yeah, yeah. And again, I never, like, saw a penis until, like, I was 23. Because I was talking to this guy, and he's like, that came up, and he's like, do you want to see it? See this one? And I'm like, no, I'm good. And then that came up, like, a few months later, and I'm like, you know what? I'm 23. I can do it. I want to see one. I'm not into it. I'm not into genitals. I'm sorry. They just kind of gross me out. I'm not attracted to any of that. But, I remember being on the Hawaii tour, and I had, like, a really heavy period, because after 18 or 19, I guess, I would have a heavy period that, like, I would lose so much blood that, like, I literally, like, acted like I'm overtired or drunk because I just didn't have the energy to, like, move. Luckily, it wasn't that heavy. Well, it was heavy, but it wasn't that heavy. But, like, I get really bad cramps and soreness, and then, like, have to be bedridden for a day, which sucks. But, like, I was very embarrassed about it during the tour because I felt it leaked through my pants. And I remember we went to a shrine, and we could, like, ring this bell, this big huge bell, and it was really cool. And they're, like, people taking turns to ring this bell, and I wanted to do it. And if I didn't have my period at the time, I would have done it, but I was just so insecure and so, like, embarrassed that, like, what if people saw that I bled through, you know? And Osric was there, and it's like, no, I don't want that to happen. So I just said, no, I don't want to do that. And it's like, dang it. And then I remember being, like, at the hotel, like, going to the bathroom and just, like, seeing how much I bled through, and it was a lot, and my heart just sank. But it's like, you shouldn't feel embarrassed for this, you know? It's natural, and you don't have any control, and it's like, I want to live in a world that's like, you don't have to feel embarrassed or ashamed because of that happens.
Yeah.
And like, I do wonder, like, like, I do get a heavy one, and it's like, I know this might be like a really dumb question, but like, if you have a partner, do you still sleep in the same bed? Like, what if you get some blood on them? Like, is that, like, I wouldn't want to do that. I don't know. Like, but I don't want to, like, push them out of the bed, or like, I mean, I guess I can sleep somewhere else, but like, I mean, I've never had a partner in person, so I don't know what that would entail.
Yeah, I've never dated anybody. I have no idea.
But I do wonder that, like, is that actually, do you do that? I mean, I don't think if they're very uncomfortable about that, I think I would try to make them be okay. I mean, I would definitely sleep somewhere else, but like, I do wonder that, like, how does that work in her? But wait, go. Okay. I'm getting really off track. Sorry about that. But so being 20, it's like I shouldn't be embarrassed, but I am. Like, I'm an adult. I shouldn't be embarrassed. I am, and I do remember, like, I worked on that, like, being less insecure and all that stuff, and like, I was probably like a few years ago, maybe, and like, this was during COVID times, so I don't know exactly when exactly it is, but like, I finally was more secure about it and be like, okay, like, yeah, I can talk about it. And I mean, I don't know what I would still do if I did bled through my pants in public, but like, I don't think I would be like having anxiety and just like really embarrassed and like want to cry, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, that could also be like a period chemical thing too, which is valid, but I don't know, I don't like being. But I remember there was a video of Osric cleaning out the back of one of his restaurants, and it was like really dirty and trash, and like someone has been living there, and I don't know who that is, but like, he was like cleaning up with like other people. I don't mean to like hate on the other people, and I don't hate the other people, but like, at this time watching the video, I thought I was very secure about that, of my, of that, having that, because I just let go of a lot of that. But they found a tampon. I don't use one, I use pads, but like, the other guys were kind of like making fun of it. And it just made me really insecure watching it. And Osric just like said some, like, he didn't join in the making fun of, he just like said something like, guys, come on, or something like that. And I'm not saying like he can't be grossed out. I mean, I think if I found that, I would be like grossed out, or just like, I don't want to touch that because it's used. But like, they just were making fun of it, and like, the other guys were making fun of it in like a way that it's like, it was more than just that, if
Yeah.
that makes sense. But just, I was just saying like, that comment, just like, guys, come on. Or he said something like that, like just a quick thing, just made me more comfortable, and it just made me more like secure and feel okay about that stuff. Even though I thought I was, but like, sometimes external factors bring up insecurities. And I don't know. It made me comfortable in that, even when I didn't realize I was insecure about it. Yeah. And again, it's like much more. I'll just say, hold on, I'm gonna edit. So yeah, that was just like a really nice moment video to see, and just like, and again, he could be gross out, and that would be totally valid, but he was respectful. That's the thing. He was respectful, and I like that. I don't see that a lot with that stuff, and yeah, made me like him more. And it made me like really happy. that happened. But yeah, speaking of happy, like in general, and other stuff, and again, I could go on for a long time about him, but like other stuff is like with him, with like no one has ever made me feel happiness like he has before. There's like definitely like moments that I haven't talked about on here that like make me smile still, just like looking back at it, and it's just like I remember one time he like told me like just like on his app, like I commented something and just like, hope that goes well. I mean, I know what the video is, but I don't know if I want. And I mean, it's not a bad video. It's just, I don't know, privacy, you know. A little
Yeah.
bit. And just like, hope that goes good, or have fun. And he like replied back like, I hope you have the best day ever, or something like that. And like, I never considered wishing anyone a best day ever. Like, I didn't realize you could do that. You know, like usually people are just with them like, oh, I hope you have a fun day, or like stuff. Not like the best day ever. And he did that, and that, like, I still think about it, and it still makes me like smile, and just like other moments with him just make me feel really happy, and like in the moment, like I don't think like I ever questioned how happy I could get, but like he's definitely made me realize like I didn't knew that much happiness could exist, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not hard to make me happy, but it's like I didn't realize this much could exist.
I know the feeling.
It's just him being him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I love him, and like not all of the moments he does things that impact like makes me really happy. Like he literally there's moments just like him just standing or like be in the same room as me. It just like makes me wicked happy. Like I don't know, it's just an I don't know, like I don't really unlogical reason why I get wicked happy around him compared to anyone else. But I just really enjoy his company. And he makes me really happy, and just, even if he's not necessarily doing anything. Oh, another thing that, like, Osric helped me with, even though, like, he didn't really do. And so, I'm not a. Hold on, I'm going burp. Excuse me. Again, I don't have a lot of regrets. I'm not a person that has regrets. Like, again, it's not in my nature. There are things that it's like, I probably should have done it differently. But I know now, you know? But I don't regret doing it, even though if it's bad, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I do self-analyze and self-introspect a lot, and it's one of the things that I did a while ago and realized. So I noticed that when people have regrets, and like when people talk about regrets, it's very in a negative annotation. And it just growing up, since it's not my nature, I felt like, oh, I want to help people to not have regrets anymore, you know? But, and I have, again, I've had a lot of friendships, or not friendships, but just talking to people to help. So I was more of like a therapist, even though I'm not qualified at all. But some people just don't have the money, or like it's a safe space that they just need to vent at one time, you know? And I could create that for people online and whatnot. Sorry, I started shuffling tarot cards. So I'm persons like in the past I'll say it's like, you shouldn't have regrets. You shouldn't have regrets, you know? So I was advocating for that. But like now, it's like, it's okay to have regrets.
Yeah.
I have one at the moment, and it used to be two, and both of them are like just something that I didn't say. But the other one that I don't have regret anymore, just kind of like the regret feeling went away. So, I mean, I didn't really do anything; it just went away. But I still have like that other regret, just because I didn't speak. But I understand. Like again, I never like felt bad having it. It's just like, ah, dang it, I should have done this. But I understand. Like at the time, there was just so many other components and factors, either within myself and on the outside, like affecting me. So like understandably why I never did speak during that time, and I wish I did. But with Osric, there was one time he was playing a video game, and he was talking about how I think he said he regretted that he used to play video games in like this period of time when he was younger. And he's like, I should have been, yes?
Sorry, it's cutting out. I'm
Oh,
gonna try hanging it up and calling back.
okay,
We might be able to do it from my computer now too. It stopped making the noise.
okay.
I'm just gonna switch it to my computer actually and see if that fixes it. Sorry.
No, yeah, I'm curious. You're using a phone, right? For your mic? Did it cut out?
Oh, I don't know how to put that over. Yeah.
Can you,
Test it again. It's when you just spoke just now, it worked again.
hello? Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow.
Oh yeah, it's working again. Sorry, I don't know why I did that.
No, that's okay.
Actually, I'm gonna try and switch it back. It's doing it again.
Okay. Hello?
Meow.
Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow.
Okay, it's working again. Sorry,
Alright.
I don't know why I did that.
No, that's okay. You're good.
It keeps interrupting.
No, you're good. You're good. I mean, I'm not doing anything else today, so. Oops, I just smacked the mic. Sorry about that. So he like wished that he did something more, like, productive, during those times instead of just playing video games all the time. And I have also like a similar past too that I used to play Wizards 101 all day and not do anything productive. But I knew that what I wanted to do during that time. It wasn't like, I don't know, I knew that's what I wanted to spend my time with. Like, sure, my mental state is different now, and I could be doing other things now. But, like, back then, like, that's what, and I think I tried to, like, share, I tried to be like, you shouldn't regret that, because it's like, that's what you wanted. But he still, like, regret that, even if I tried to help, if that makes sense. So I think, like, in the past, I was just like, again, like, I didn't want people to have regrets because I felt I could see the negativity it could spawn, if that makes sense. And I just wanted to help people to, like, be okay and whatnot. But, like, now, looking back onto it, and again, I don't regret it, but I just want to say, like, I think I was trying to change him, even though, like, it was for a good reason. I shouldn't, and I was just kind of stubborn and pushy, and I'm sorry. And I now want to say, like, that's not my truth anymore. Like, like, he's allowed. People are allowed to have regrets, and that is okay. And it's not like I do respect him, but I just now respect him more just because I can I don't know, I've grown more, if that makes sense. And I do respect a lot of others, people in general. But this made me realize I can respect in more of a different way than different ways. And it's just, I don't know, if Osric is listening, sorry about that. I can definitely be pushy and stubborn, especially in my past. So, sorry about that. Yeah, definitely want to be more gentle with him, and yeah. So, I don't know what it's gonna be like seeing Osric again, but I do know he has helped me become the person I am today, and I am so happy of myself, who I am. I mean, I don't really like have the great. Now I'm gonna derail this, but you know, like the people like, who do you want to become like that? I don't have that nature in me. It's just like I am me, and that's who I am. It's just there's just times that I'm really like myself more, you know? And he has helped me become the person. Oh, great. I think I should redo this without the derail.
That's okay.
So I don't know what it's gonna be like seeing Osric again, but I do know he has helped me love the person I am today and become like my mental state and who I am. And I'm so proud of who I am and so happy. And I don't know, I honestly know like I wouldn't be who I am today without him, you know, like him impacting me and just him sharing himself or whatever. So thank you. And like, I don't know, I'm just, he inspired me a lot and he's impressed me a lot, and even the little things, I'm like impressed by him and I'm so proud of him. And like, I don't mean like, yeah, always have to be inspiring or impressive or whatever the heck it's called. I'm really good at this. Yeah?
You can be inspired by someone without them like actively doing a bunch of stuff. You can just be inspired by someone's like vibes and how you feel hanging out with them.
Yeah, that's true. And shoot, my mic just broke. I mean, not my mic, my headphone. I think I can still hear you. I can still hear you.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, but I still don't want him to be like pressured that like he has to be a certain way all the time, you know, or like show like he's, you know, like even no longer if he like impresses me or like inspire me or help me grow. Like I still want to hang out with him, and I want to have fun with him and just get to know him and spend moments to enjoy his company, because I like enjoying his company. And like, I don't know, hopefully I can help him one day, or if I already have. I mean, I don't want to like hang out with him just because of what he can do for me. Like, I want to know the less exciting things about him, or like the mundane stuff that's like, I don't know, like, what's his favorite bug? Or like, I mean, I don't know if he has a favorite bug. If he has a favorite bug, what's your favorite bug?
My favorite bug?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you want.
I'm fond of worms, not just because of the awkward worms thing, but partly because of the awkward worms thing. I am fond of caterpillars, and I guess by extension butterflies. Snails! Snails are my favorite bugs.
There's a little snail talking to me. Mona,
Count as... Oh, sorry.
No.
I don't know if snails count as bugs, like, scientifically, but they count in my heart. I love snails. They're so cute. Like little backpackers.
Yeah.
Hikes.
They're like, hitchhikers. I like moths, because they land on you, or they're like, you can pick them up, or butterflies, because they also like to be picked up. Well, in my case, don't touch the rings, but it's like, if you want, like, if they're standing still, and you put, like, your fingers underneath them, and they're like, if you, like, tilt your hand up, they like to crawl on it, and it's like, oh, I have a butterfly on my hand now, and they're like, they're very sweet, or like a moth, and they're very nice, but, like, just, like, little things like that, or, like, what is he like when it's not, he's not exciting, or giving advice, or, like, inspiring people, you know, and it's like, I don't know, or, like, his favorite flower, even though I know it's lilies. Well, I don't know if it changed, but he did say, like, lilies, and then he said tulips and orchids. He also, like, what are the things that has changed, you know? I don't know, just, I don't know.
I like that, yeah.
Yeah! Just because there's, like,
It's nice.
parts to people. Yeah, wait, it's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, it's nice getting to know the parts.
Yeah, like, the daily, because it's not like you're gonna be, like, exciting in that, like, caliber, the exciting caliber, like, 24/7. No one, well, at least I don't think anyone can stay like that, or not exciting, but just, like, inspiring, and there's more to that, you know?
Yeah.
Even if it's not, like, as cool, I don't know how to word this. I might think it's exciting because I like learning about him, but, like, do you like...
Yeah, even if it's not like big stuff, just
Yeah.
like hanging out.
Yeah.
And doing little stuff.
Yeah.
Because the little stuff is like big stuff when you're with someone that you are really happy with.
Yeah, exactly. I totally agree with that. And it's like I like going on walks, but sometimes when me and Mom go on a walk, it's like we don't talk to each other, we just walk. Sometimes we talk the whole time, but it's like we don't always, like, just enjoying his company, you know? I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying, like, he wants to. If he doesn't want to, like, hang out with me, like, that's valid. But, like, if he does want to, like, whatever he wants to share with me, like, yes, please. Of him. Like, so, yeah. He's just really important to me. And I'm just happy that I get to exist in a time where he exists, too. And I don't know, Osric, if you're, like, watching, thank you for sharing you, or, like, parts of you. And I hope wherever you are, you're, like, living your best life ever. And if not, I hope you do soon, because you deserve it. You deserve to be happy. And you are enough. And I don't know, you're more than enough, you know. Again, could definitely say more, but that's where I'll stop about talking about him.
I like what you said, that was good.
Okay, cool.